But I have a bunch of saturation plugins within this mix rack from my Slate Digital subscription. That's what I want to look at today, because basically I've gotten in the habit of, I throw on this mic preamp, which I know it doesn't say saturation plugin. Up at the top here you can see it says harm, and that stands for harmonics. So it's in the harmonics category of plugins within this. And basically what that means is a saturation plugin. And so that's what this is. This is a saturation plugin that basically is designed to add saturation to your recording in the same way that this mic preamp that it's based off of would have. I like the tonal change that this gives to my vocal in particular quite often. In fact, let's have a little before and after and see if we can really hear it. That's on guitar. Let's put it on my vocal.
Stop the clocks and let me feel this moment. Stop the clocks and let me keep time frozen and let it disappear. Just let me stay right here, 'cause
I can't even really describe it in terms that are easy. It's not easy to define the difference that saturation plugins make, but for me, this makes my vocal sound like it just sits ever so slightly more forward, you know? Like it's just got a bit more presence. That's how I feel about the way that this makes my vocal sound. And I think that's probably because, you know, usually why that's because when it comes to actual mixing is that it's adding harmonics in an area where my vocal is already going to stand out quite a bit. In an area that complements my vocal well. It doesn't add too much harshness to it, but this one I like. I think it sits nicely wherever it's adding the harmonics, sits nicely for my vocal, and so it just sort of lifts it a little bit. And I think that's kind of what you're aiming for a lot of time with saturation, is that you're aiming to add more in terms of harmonic interest, in terms of frequencies, you know, more ringing out little frequencies around whatever the part of the instrument that is its biggest, most present bit, you know.